The biggest headlines, the voices, the moments driving SFR BTR forward. Give us less than 10 minutes. We'll take you inside SFR BTR, your new weekly must-have habit. Wrap up your week inside SFR BTR. New episodes drop every Friday on Everezi Media and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Inside SFR BTR for Friday, November 21st, 2025. I'm Gregory Frank along with Ryan Saturday. This week's show is proudly sponsored by RENU Property Management. Coming up on Unleashed, Ted and Adam dive into the truth about affordable housing, and trust us, they do not hold back. RENU's own Ryan Killian, president of RENU Property Management, breaks down how they create real operational efficiencies that move the needle. Mark Wagner of RM Interiors sits down with Yvonne Kenny to share why collaboration beats competition every single time. Tanya Garcia, COO, Charter Construction, dropped by the SFR She-Suite as she celebrates her IMN SFR Award nomination. And come along with us as we take you inside Brandywine Care's Monte Carlo night, where the stars of SFR BTR showed up big for an incredible cause. We've got a great show for you today. Let's get started.
I lived in New York, and they built a big housing project right in the middle of Ossining. Fast forward 20 years, Ossining is one of the places in New York that have a much higher degree of crime.
Whenever you have a higher density of people in a small area, it's going to lead to higher crime. Stuff happens. We're identifying older homes in high opportunity areas that need rehab. So come in, rehab them up to an institutional standard, top of market standards, we can say. So we're creating a great house that may not have been in that same condition available. And we're going to the housing authorities first to help need of their wait list. One of the biggest reasons why investors haven't approached it like we are is it's difficult. It's not easy.
What's so difficult about it?
It's working through the kind of red tape and bureaucracy of the housing authorities and dealing with the potential pushback in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah, that could be a killer for anybody.
Ryan Killian, president of RENU Management and title sponsors now of Unleashed with Ted and Adam. Thanks for joining us and your support. We are thrilled to have you on the Everezi platform, and we hope you'll come back often.
Gregory, I can't wait. And again, thank you for the spotlight you're shining on this space. It's long overdue, much needed, and I'm really excited to be here.
Tell us a little bit about who is RENU Management.
Yeah, we're a third-party property management company with the full vertical, including asset management services. We are rooted in single-family, decentralized rentals, which has forced us to build a fully centralized corporate operations platform, which has allowed us to transition very easily into the BTR sector.
So tell us a little bit more just in terms of what's your footprint?
We manage 3,000 BTR units today and counting, and we are in 12 different markets.
And when you talk about owners, what does a typical owner look like for you?
Yeah, we work with mostly institutional owners, and that's primarily because of the way we've built our tech stack and systems. It's really catered towards an ownership group that's looking for visibility and transparency so they can see what's happening in real time and can put their fingerprint on operations as desired.
With so many new owners and operators coming into the SFR BTR space, when they connect with you the first time, what are some of their questions?
That's a great question. We get all kinds. I would say some of the questions are, what makes you different than the apartment complex manager that we've been seeing? We've got we've put out an RFP and we've got 5 respondents, and 4 of them manage apartments. What makes you different and why should I care is a question we get.
And so how do you explain to them in a polite way that SFR BTR is an entirely different beast?
There's a lot that goes into that answer, but I think the best way is we try to show and not tell, and we'll take a look at that, we'll deep dive it and show them what that would look like under RENU Management's cost structure. And we're finding, we see 15 to 25% incremental uptick in NOI, and that's really all they need to hear. And a lot of it is based specifically on the BTR asset, right? So not a single one of them are created equal. They all require a different level of customization. And what we've done is we've built a very robust, as I mentioned, centralized kind of team and tech stack.
So tell us all, what's the wow moment when you sit down with these operators?
Yeah, outside of just general performance and KPIs that we're looking at, like, leasing very quickly, collections, as I mentioned, I think it's the similar answer. It's that once we're able to show them a P&L after a certain period of time, 3 months, 6 months, and then compare it to what the P&L was prior to the RENU transfer on board, that's the wow moment. Looking at the proof being in the pudding. Now, again, we've already had the conversation. This is what we're going to deliver to you. But I think when they see it and it's actual and it's real, that's when that's the wow moment.
What does RENU management do best? What are you really good at?
What we're really good at is identifying operational efficiencies and putting them into place with the perfect intersection, or at least we think, people, process, and systems. All three have to be very strong.
But that's how you make the magic happen, right? I mean, just because that's common sense doesn't make it common practice. And I really think that's the RENU brand. There's certainly what I've been exposed to.
And when we first started, communication, quality, and timelines, that was the standard. I remember telling our clients, you give me 5 days, I'll have that job installed. Yvonne, if you told a client today, you can get a job installed in 5 days, how long would you keep that client? Not very long. Not very long. Today, if I order something, I usually expect it within a couple hours to be at my doorstep. Now, the standard changed.
Our guest today is Mark Wagner, who's been a competitor of mine, a mentor of mine, and a friend whose journey embodies what collaboration over competition really looks like.
If any vendor wants to go expand internationally, you'll need to have at least 8,000 to 10,000 doors in that market. You're not going to be able to survive. You only have one client, so you need to diversify. There's 3 powers that you need to have. You need to retain your customers, you need to retain your employees, you need to retain your installers. If you don't retain those, you won't get anywhere within this site. Why do I work it? I don't work to make money. What I'm working for is to get money so that I can make it to my daughter's dance recital on time, so I can make it to my grandson's t-ball game that's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's why I'm working, and that is men are that they might have joy.
It is my honor to introduce Tanya Garcia, Chief Operating Officer at Charter Construction Group.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Garcia, Chief Operating Officer of Charter Construction, and this is Ever-Resi Media.
Tanya is a seasoned leader in residential construction and operations. She's been nominated for Contractor of the Year at IMN Single Family Rental Awards. Tanya Garcia, woohoo! So glad you're here.
What a kind intro, that was awesome.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, you talk about directness, right? I think it's the skill that built my career. Even if something didn't go exactly how you wanted, you're going to get something out of it. But there's a learning opportunity there if it didn't go the way you want, which I
And the stars came out to support Brandywine Cares at Monte Carlo night last week in Atlanta, lighting up the evening as industry leaders and changemakers showed up big for a mission that truly transforms lives. Ever-Resi Media is honored to support Brandywine Cares, and congratulations to Jackie Lee, CEO of Brandywine Homes, and Heidi Coppola, President, Brandywine Cares, for an incredible event celebrating career development and financial empowerment that continues to create lasting impacts.
The biggest headlines, the voices, the moments driving SFR BTR forward. Give us less than 10 minutes. We'll take you inside SFR BTR, your new weekly must-have habit. Wrap up your week inside SFR BTR. New episodes drop every Friday on Ever-Resi Media and wherever you get your podcasts.